please explain to everyone out here what Jesus stood for, and especially the qualities of love, how to love your neighbor even if they don't agree with you.
So what is your name again?
Talise.
Talise, that's a beautiful question. I'm glad you came up to ask it. So John 8, if I'm drawing from memory correctly, best embodies both Christ's mercy and love, but also his commitment to truth. And sometimes in the modern gospel, we overemphasize the grace and we underemphasize the truth.
Yeah.
And so we are far too willing to say, hey, Jesus loves everybody, but we don't get to the second part of the conversation that says Jesus doesn't want you to live in sin. So this is, in John 8, it's best embodied, right? Almost every Christian in this audience will be able to tell you the first part of this, which is a bunch of Sadducees and Pharisees who are standing around with rocks, and they're about to stone the prostitute woman. And Jesus comes up and says, let the first among you without sin cast the first stone. And everyone starts dropping the rocks. But what comes next shows that Christ is not just grace-focused, he's simultaneously truth-focused. He goes up to the woman who had a career in selling herself for sex and said, sin no more. Now, imagine today how much trouble you would get in if you would go up to somebody and say, stop sinning. Oh, you're being too judgmental. No, you're actually being Christ-like. So Jesus stood. He was 100% grace and truth. And that tension is very hard in a modern world because we want to overemphasize grace when in reality Christ loves us too much to have us continue to live in sin. He wants us to try to elevate our actions to glorify God in all that we do.
My name is Robert Bowles, and I am the special agent in charge of the Salt Lake field office. Following yesterday's tragic shooting of Charlie Kirk, FBI agents have been working around the clock in coordination with our law enforcement partners. We are and will continue to work nonstop until we find the person that has committed this heinous crime and find out why they did it. This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle. That rifle was recovered in a wooded area where the shooter had fled. So the FBI laboratory will be analyzing this weapon. Investigators have also collected footwear impression, a palm print, and forearm imprints for analysis. Now, I understand there are a lot of questions about motive. I assure you that all leads, tips are being fully investigated. As of this morning, we have received more than 130 tips. We thank the community for that. The FBI has brought every resource to bear, and we will continue to do so throughout the course of this investigation.
As you can see, it's a sad day for a lot of people. Charlie Kirk, getting, killed yesterday at the time of this recording. There is a lot of people that are celebrating his death, and there are a lot of people that are upset and hurt at his death. And for those that are celebrating his death, you shouldn't be celebrating anybody's death first and foremost, because that could have been anybody. That could be, that could have been you, and just because he had a difference of opinions doesn't mean that he deserved to die. I mean, he was a father, he was a dad, he was a husband, he was a son, he was, a friend, and having that just happen right there in front of thousands of people live, and apparently his wife and his kids were there when it happened. I mean, that's just devastating. And there's people on the left that are, again, like I said, that are celebrating his death. There are people on the right that are upset that it happened, and rightfully so. And some of those people are saying, oh, it's war now, it's this and that, like, you guys do incite violence, and saying, oh, you're peaceful, and there are people laughing at this. And, I mean, it's a sad thing to happen because it shouldn't have happened. And I mean, if you've seen his videos, his debates, he's pretty respectful across the board, regardless if you agree with him or you disagree with him. He's pretty respectful across the board, and for this to happen, it's crazy. I mean, I have videos for you guys that I want to go through as well, uh, and give my thoughts here and there. House, I think the Senate or whatever, they were having a meeting, and they wanted to show respect to Charlie and the time that it happened. And you can hear one of the people in the back say no and start, cussing and acting out because they didn't want to show respect to somebody who had passed away because they had a difference of opinions.
What purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado rise? Let's wait a minute. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. The House will be in order.
So, I mean, I don't know if you could really hear. It was pretty low. It's pretty faint. So you'll probably have to turn your volume, to the max to really hear what they're saying. And there were some people as well, who didn't agree with him 100%, that were on the other side, that did show their respect and saying, hey, it's unfortunate that this did happen. I do want to play the clip before, everything happened, but it's very sensitive, so I don't even want to really risk it. But there is a video that somebody took of, you can see the person on the roof.
Getting right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over, where's my finger? Well, from over there, ran in, and now he's right there. Just saying.
All right, so you saw that person on the roof. Somebody
Right
caught
up.
it. The person. There's new updates that's going on. At the time of this recording, right? So they saying again that they're tracking this person, whatever. They did have somebody in custody yesterday. It was the alleged suspect, but we're not too sure. That we don't think that. Who knows if that's the guy or not? Because there's been conflicting reports about this whole situation anyways. So you can't be too sure. And again, like I said, there were people who were celebrating his death, people on the left, just laughing and cheering, and it's crazy.
Breaking news, Charlie Kirk was in the neck. As of right now, I think his condition is unknown. And there are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people. So on behalf of everybody else, I got this shit. I don't know if he's gonna make a recovery or not. I don't know what his condition is. It just happened as I'm filming this. I saw the video of it happening. I do not feel bad for him in the slightest, and I'm very, very much wondering what MAGA is going to react with. I wonder how they're going to make this.
Well, I just saw the video of Charlie Kirk getting his box boomed. I mean, boomed, bitch, gone. I have no issue with it. The clown always comes back to bite. But why do y'all keep aiming for the wrong niggas? Aim higher. Aim higher.
I swear I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about this. happy about this news. It's so unfortunate. Can I just send a message to this? Great idea, wrong target. No, but seriously, we're gonna be.
I mean, yeah, no, that's enough of that. That's just sickening. You laughing that somebody died is just sick. That's disgusting. It's just irate behavior. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be okay. Again, I mean, I don't care if you didn't like them, regardless if you liked them or not. The fact that somebody lost their life for absolutely nothing, for spreading a message of, having freedom of speech and protecting, your constitutional rights, to the right to bear arms and what have you, and just having a dialogue, having a conversation should not be a reason somebody should get killed. It's disgusting. It's for real. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, because this can set off a whole chain of events that we probably haven't seen before, or that we haven't seen in a long time, all because of what somebody didn't like. I have a couple more clips for you guys that I want to share. Um, this is some people who experienced some of this stuff in real time while they were either on live stream, or they were there in person, or what have you. This is somebody right here, who I said, who was on the opposite side, but at least showed some respect towards Charlie, during his passing.
Charlie Kirk is dead. He got shot at an event that he was hosting in Utah. And I am sad, distraught. In fact, I just cried on my live stream in front of 250,000 people. My goal in this video is to tell you why I feel this way. If you want to end gun violence, it is something that you can never celebrate. It is always disgusting, always vile, and always abhorrent. It should come as no shock to yourself when I tell you that I think Charlie Kirk was a bad person. I've made that very clear over the last year, but does that mean I think he deserves to lose his life? No. Does that mean I think his 2 young children, who were in attendance at the event where he was shot, deserve to watch their father die? No. Does that mean I think they deserve to grow up without him? No. Does that mean I think that his wife, who was also there, deserved to lose her husband? No. And honestly, if you answered yes to any of those questions, there's a very clear line drawn between me and you. I don't want your support, and I don't support you either. We as a collective need to end gun violence, and if that phrase is negotiable for you, I believe that you're in the wrong. My thoughts and prayers go out to Charlie Kirk's friends, family, children, loved ones, as well as every single person in attendance at his event today in Utah.
All right, so that was somebody, again, who was on the opposite side of Charlie, the political aisle anyways. They've actually had a debate before in the past. I believe it was on Jubilee. I think it was called like One Conservative versus 20 Leftists. You can look it up on Jubilee's channel and find it.
Actually had a debate set up for tomorrow in Asheville, North Carolina.
Are you still going to go to your event? Or are you going to cancel it?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
You gotta cancel it, bro.
I would advise to cancel it because
cancel it. Myron, cancel it. Cancel it. Can't be doing this anymore. You can't put yourself at risk. You have to cancel
Especially
it.
in the near
Also,
future.
out of respect, out of respect for the guy, as in mourning, also.
All of you, guys, need all of you. If you're watching right now, I need everybody. Pray for Charlie. I see there's a couple Twitter spaces. I'm going to go to one of them so you guys could hear real-time updates. Just saw the footage not too long ago. I'm just going to join this thing right quick for you guys.
Can you hear?
So there you can see he's a little emotional. I don't know how well he knows Charlie. Maybe he knows him personally. Maybe he's met him before a few times, whatever. And you can see he's obviously visibly upset about what happened. And
after I got done talking to him, I really couldn't exit because there's such a big crowd. So I turned around, and like 10 to 20 seconds later, after I got done talking to Charlie, I saw that he was shot in the neck and that he was squirting blood everywhere. But I was piecing things together, and it was really weird because the second guest that I talked to, before I went and asked him the question, what I was going to ask him, he was talking to him about how he was going to ask about transgenderism or something like that. But nothing about shootings. And this is the irony that came to me, which was like, right when he asked that, not like 5-10 seconds later, he was shot. And not only that, right after that, someone confessed to it who had no weapon, which makes me think that it was clearly a setup and that multiple people were involved. So, but prior to that, that's all I saw because everyone was squirming. I didn't see anyone fire a shot. I think it had to come from an elevated position for sure.
it is a hard thing to see, and but I hope you guys, I don't know. I really don't know what to say because it's the way it's happened, and really just from
all who knew,
and really just from the last video with the Ukrainian girl dying on a bus, just minding her business, and for Charlie to die from just speaking his opinions, his thoughts, his beliefs, and was a man of God, and for him to it's anybody. It can be anybody at any time, anywhere. There is no destination. There is no zip code for violence, and it's unfortunate that it just happens like that in a blink of an eye. You're here, and then the next second you're gone. So it's crazy. So prayers out to his family for real, regardless if you liked them or if you didn't like them. Just prayers, because it could be anybody. It could be you. It could be your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, anybody. So prayers out to his family, hopefully, hopefully some people can, we can come together and just try to be better, because I don't know what's going to happen, in the future with it being somebody of his, stature, I don't know, man. I don't know. But leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Comment, share it, all that stuff. All right. And I will see you guys in the next video. And guess what? If you're not there, then hey, you'll be square. Until next time, peace.
But these moments where you're fighting for your country, you're getting these threats, does it alarm and concern you for your children?
Yes and no. We take proper precautions. That's all I'll say. My wife is the best person ever, and she's a patriot, and she's a believer, and we don't want to have to be accountable to God when this life passes. And he asks, why did you not trust in me and not fight evil? Because we as Christians are called to fight evil. Psalm 97:10, for those of you that love God, you must hate evil. My call is to fight evil and to proclaim truth. That's it. Some people criticize me for that. It's just my role in this diverse body of Christ. Do I worry for my safety or my family's safety? No. And we take proper precautions.
I gotta thank you, man, because I don't think you probably get thanked enough to be in a place where they don't understand how much slack comes with what you're doing. And I know you have that thick skin on. You're like, no, I'm ready for it.
It's not a thick skin. It's the armor of Christ, as it says in Ephesians. Yep. Right? The breastplate of righteousness, the sword of truth. That is what protects.
So are you in your gospel?
I study the word intimately daily.